Good morning, my dear students of class 5. Today we are going to start a very interesting and important as well the topic in mathematics called percent. So here, if you observe this, you have per one word and cent is another word. So let me tell you what is the meaning of per. Per means out of, and cent is a French word which refers to number 100. So percent means out of 100. Whatever value, whatever the digit you consider out of 100, you call it as percent. This is the definition is all about. Let's come back to the topic here in your textbook. This is the topic, right, in question B. Now you see you have 100 boxes here, means out of 100, 60 boxes are colored with orange color or say red in color. Now what is the total boxes are left here, unshaded or uncolored, are 40, right? So shaded part is your 60 out of 100 and unshaded part, uncolored part is 40 out of 100. So here you got the definition. See, 60 out of 100, anything out of 100 is called percent. So this is your 60%, and here 40 out of 100, again it is 40%. So what does it mean? It means 60% is colored with red and 40% are not colored with red. Let's go back to the next one now. See here, let's do. What percentage of the whole is shaded? So you remember always, percent means out of 100. So here, if you count these boxes are 100. Out of 100, see, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So 67 out of 100 are colored. So the shaded percent of this figure is 67%. In the same way, if you go to this one, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 10, right? So 10 into 5 is 50. 50 out of 100. So this is 50 out of 100 are colored or shaded. That's why the percent you get it here is your 50%. In the same way, see here, total boxes are 100 and all boxes are colored, means 100 out of 100. Anything out of 100 is called percent. So here 100 is out of 100, so you can say 100% is the shaded area. Now come back to the next one. Write each of the following as a percent. So 33 out of 100. So you know 33 out of 100. Anything out of 100 is percent. That's why 33 out of 100 is 33%. Now come back to this one, the second one. 20 out of 100. As I told you, 20 out of 100 is equals to 20%. So this is your 20%. Now if you close to this one, 5 out of 100, that is 5 out of 100. Anything out of 100 is called percent. What is anything here? 5. Therefore it is 5%. Let's come back to the next one. If we go to this one, express each fraction as a percent. So we know it, right? 45 out of 100 is 45 percent. In the same way, 3 out of 10, what is the percent? For this, let us do it here. 3 out of 10. Out of 100 is percent, but here 3 is out of 10. So we have to find out the percent, means you have to do one thing, right? You multiply this with 100. Whenever if you want to know the percent of any fraction, you simply multiply the fraction with 100. Now, numerators are going to multiply 3 into 100 by 10 is the denominator. 10 ones are 10, 10 tens are 100. Now it becomes 3 into 10 is equal to 30%, right? So you have to write down here simply 30%. Here you can write it down as 30 out of 100 is 30%. Now let's come back to the next one. See, here is given express 0.7 as a percent. So 0.07. See here, 0.7 means the decimal is before one digit, so you have to go into the fraction as with 1 0 in the denominator, that is 10. When you have 0.07, then here, right, you have 2 digits before your decimal, so you divide it by 2 zeros, that is 100. That is why you got it here as 7 by 100, means 7 out of 100, that is percent, 7%. Now let's come back to this one. Express each decimal as a percent. We'll do this. 0.53 equals to how much? So here, we'll do it here. 0.53. See how many numbers are there before decimal? 2 numbers are there. So it should be divided by 2 zeros, that is 100. Now you call it as, right, 53 by 100. So we'll write down here 53 and it becomes 53%. In the similar way, here 2 numbers, that's why it has taken division by 100. So it should be 85, then it becomes 85%. Now here it is again 2 numbers before decimal, so it should be 2 by 100, it becomes 2%. Now consider this. See, I'll just explain the question D here. 0.7. So here you have a decimal before one digit itself, so it is going to be your 7 by 10, 10, right? But you have to convert into a percent. So 7 by 10, if you multiply with 100, as I told you, whatever fraction is there, you multiply with 100. If you don't have 100 in denominator, better you multiply with 100, right? Then it becomes how much? 7 into 10, 7 into 100, sorry, by 10. 10 ones are 10 tens times 100, so 7 into 10 is equal to 70%. Now you got this 70%, right? That is 70 by 100, it becomes 70%. In this way we can do the best here. Let's come back to this one now. Here you have 28%. Before doing any problem, better first you read the question, right? Express each percent as a decimal. So 28% means 28 out of 100. Now you are going to change from fraction to decimal. So here in the denominator you have 2 zeros, so keep the decimal before 2 digits, that is 28. Now keep it 0 here, it becomes 0.28. In the same way, 88% means 0.88. In the same way, 30% means what? 30 out of 100. right? It becomes 0.30. Now 5% means 5 by 100. Now see here. Here you have two zeros. See, I'll explain it here. 5 by 100 means here you have two zeros. So you should supposed to keep the decimal before 2 digit, but you have only 1 digit. So add one more digit and then you keep the decimal, right? Then it becomes 0.05. This is what you have learned. Okay, let's come back to this one now. See here, express each percent as a fraction in its simplest form. This is the question. As I told you, always read the question before you are going to do it. So here, express each percent given, simplest form you have to do it. Okay, so here 10% means 10 by 100. So 10 ones are 10, 10 tens are 100, right? It is 1 by 10. Now this is 75% means 75 out of 100. See here, 75 out of 100. If you take it 5, right? 5 ones are 5, right? 5 fives are 25. Then here 5 twos are 10. This is 20. 15 by 20 you are getting it. Still 15 by 20 can be divisible by 5, right? 5 threes are 15. 5 4 times 20 is equal to 3 by 4. Now come back to this one. 5 by 100. See here, 5 by 100. 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10. And this 0 you are going to copy as it is. So it should be 1 by 20 in its simplest form. Further you cannot do anything. Now this is 8 by 100. So let me do it here. 8 by 100. Right? 2 fours are 8. 2 fives are 10. This is 0. It becomes 4 by 50. Still you can simplify it. 2 twos are 4. 2 25 times. It becomes 2 by 25. Now 2 and 25 is not going to cancel in any table. So this is going to be your simplest form, that is 2 by 25. This is your answer. Let's come back to practice 1. Now see here, it's very easy. What percentage of the whole is shaded? So here if you count these boxes, the boxes are 100. Out of 100, these vertical two columns are 10, 10, 20, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. So 25 out of 100 is shaded. That's why you can say it is 25%. Now coming to B, here you have, see here how many boxes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 boxes are there. Out of 10, right, 4 boxes are shaded. 4 columns are shaded. So it is 4 by 10. So how you are going to take the percentage of it? Percentage means always out of 100, but here it is 10. So you simply multiply with 100. Now it becomes 4 into 100 by 10, right? 10 1 times, 10 10 times. Then it becomes 4 into 10 is equal to 40%. So the B, 40% of the box is shaded. Let's come back to the next one. The next one is your write each of the following as a percent. It is also very simple. Read the question first and then you can do it. So here question says write each of the following as percent. So let's do. First one is 46 out of 100. So we know it, right? 46, you have to write down like this, 46 out of 100. Whenever, whatever the number is given out of 100, that is considered as percent, so it is 46%. In the same way, if you do the second one, 80 out of 100, that is 80 out of 100. So as I told you, anything out of 100 is considered as percent, so it is your 80%. In the same way here, 8 out of 100, 8 out of 100. Anything out of 100 is percent, so you will call it as 8%. So answer for C is your 8%. Now let's go to the next one. The next topic here is third question, that is express each fraction as a percent. Now here fraction given, you have to consider it as percent. So let's see here. First one is 70 by 100. So anything out of 100 is percent, so you call it as 70%. In the same way, 25 out of 100 is, you call it as 25%. And 9 out of 100 is equals to 9%. Now coming back to 5 by 10. So here I'll write down 5 by 10. Anything out of 100 is percent, but here out of 100 is not there, it is out of 10. So you do one thing what I was telling right from the beginning, multiply with 100. So 5 into 100 by 10. 10 ones, 10 times. So now 5 into 10 is equal to 50. Therefore it is 50%. Write down these steps in your notes, then only you get marks, otherwise you are not going to get the marks. Let's come back to the next one, that is express each decimal as a percent. Now here he has given decimals, you have to find the percent of it. Simple, as I told you in the beginning, right? Check the place value first. So here I'll do it here. 0.63, the place of a point is very important here. The place of a point is before 2 digits, so you have to divide this by 2 zeros, that is by 100, 2 zeros, right? So it is going to be your 63 out of 100. It means anything out of 100 is equals to its percent, so it is your 63%. In the same way, you do it this 0.05. 0.05, again you have 0.05, 0.05. So here place of the decimal is before 2 digits, so with 2 zeros you have to divide, that is 100, and the same number you write down like this, it becomes 5%. So answer for this is your 5%. Now let's go to the C, question C. Here in this question C you can find 0.2. 0.2. Check the position of a decimal. Decimal is before 1 digit itself, so you have to divide by 1 zero, that is 10. 2 by 10, you cannot find the percent, right? 2 by 10. Anything out of 100 is called percent. So here you have 10. That's why you multiply with 100. So it becomes now 2 into 100 by 10. 10 one times, 10 times. So it becomes 2 into 10 is equal to 20%. So it is going to be your 20%. In the same way, if you do the next one is also a very good, right, as the previous one. It is similar as your previous one. So example, you have here 0.4. Check the position of your decimal, it is before one digit, so it should supposed to be divided by 10, right? But 4 by 10 out of 100 you consider it as percent, but here it is not out of 100, it is out of 10. That's why you multiply with 100. Very simple, as I told you in the beginning. So 4 into 100 by 10, 10 1 times, 10 10 times. Now it is 4 into 10 is equal to 40. So answer for this is your 40%, right? So answer we can write it down as 40%. So let's write down the answer and we'll move to the next one. So this is going to be your 40%. Don't write answers directly. Whatever the steps I did it, you do it. Now let's come back to the next question, question number 5. Express each percent as a decimal. See here, earlier fourth question, from decimal you have to convert into percent. Now percent given, you have to convert into decimal. So it's very easy, right? 15%. First you write down this 15%. Let me give some clarity on it. 15%, right? See here, 15%. 15% means what? 15 out of 100. When there are two zeros, then you have to keep the, actually by default the decimal is going to be here always, right, at the end. So you have to move towards the left the number of zeros you have in the denominator. That is, you move this right before two digits, that is, it becomes 0.15. So the decimal value for 15% is 0.15. In the same way, if you consider to 41%, then 41 you have to write down each step like this. 41% means 41 out of 100. Two zeros are there in the denominator, means you have to place the decimal before two numbers. It becomes 0.41. So the answer for this is 0.41. In the same way, now it is 9%. It is something important. Kindly pay attention towards it. It is 9%. 9 means what? Out of 100. 9 out of 100. Now see here, right? You have two zeros in the denominator, means you should have two numbers. You have to move the decimal before two numbers, but you have only one digit here, one number. So in such case, you move the decimal by keeping 0 to it and keep it here, right? So it becomes 0.09. So it becomes 0.09. That is the decimal value. Now let's come back to the next one. Next one is 80%. 80 means 80 out of 100, right? Two zeros are there, so move the decimal one digit and this is your second digit. Before second digit the point comes here, then it becomes 0.80. So answer for 80% is 0.80. 0.80. This is your answer. Now let's come back to the next one. The next is your right sixth question. Express each percent as a fraction in its simplest form. So we have to do this. Let me do here. Read the question. Express each percent as a fraction in its simplest form. You will get fraction, but you have to make it simplify, means you have to simplify it to the least value, simplest form. So first one is your 46%. So 46% means 46 out of 100. Here he is not asking you to go with the decimal, he is asking you to put it in a simplest form, the same fraction. So 46 by 100. Now I'll do it here, 46 by 100. Now you go with 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10, and this is 0 as it is. Now it becomes 23 by 50. Further, this last you have 3, and here in the last ones place you have 0. 3 0 is not going to be in any table, so your simplest answer is 23 by 50. So for this you got answer as 23 by 50. Now let's come back to the next one, 40%. What is the next step? 40% means what? 40 out of 100, right? This cancels, right? It becomes 4 by 10. 4 and 10 can be easily divisible by 2. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. The simplest fraction is going to be your 2 by 5. So for this, the fraction is going to be your 2 by 5. Question, that is 28%. 28% means 28 out of 100. Now 28 out of 100, see here in the ones place you have 8 here, here it is 0, so you can divide it with 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10, and this is 0 as it is. It becomes how much? 14 by 50. Still you can go for it. Here in ones place, in the numerator you have 4, in the denominator you have 0, so 2 7s are 14, right? 2 25 times, so it becomes 7 by 25. Now 7 25 are not going to cancel in any table, so that's why 7 by 25 is your simplest form. So answer for this is 7 by 25. Now the next one is 6%. I'll write down here 6%. 6% means 6 out of 100. 2 3s are 6, 2 50s are, right? So it becomes 3 by 50. Now this is the simplest form. So answer is going to be your 3 by 50. This is the simplest fraction. Now solve the word problems. Show your work clearly. The first one is 15 out of 100 oranges in a box are rotten. What percentage of oranges are rotten, right? Let me give a clear work given. Out of 100 oranges are rotten. Means, see here, 15 out of 100 means what? 15 out of 100. So now you got the percent, that is 15%. Therefore, we can say 15% of oranges are rotten. This is your answer. Now next question, question number 8. There are 100 cups in a bag. 37 of them are green, right? The rest are red. So first we will write down, right, given 100 cups are in the bag. Right? 37 out of 100 are green. So out of 100, 37 are green and the rest are red. Remaining are red. Means what? 100 minus 37 cups are red. Means what? 100 minus 37 means 63, right? So 63 out of 100 are red. Therefore, percent means 63 out of 100 is equal to 63% cups are red. This is your answer. Now let's go to the last one, that is ninth one. A football team won 60% of its matches. What fraction of the matches did the football team win? It's very easy question. Given a football team won how many matches? 60%. It means 60 out of 100. So what fraction is asked you, right? Therefore, the fraction of matches win is 60 out of 100, right? This 0 gets cancelled. Okay, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10 is equal to 3 by 5. This is your answer. Here he is asking you express each fraction as a percent. So again I'll tell you the same thing. Whatever the fraction is, when you want to know percent, then you simply multiply it by 100. So this is the second method given. We do all these problems with the second method only, right? So I'll do it here. 9 by 20 into 100. Then it becomes 9 into 100 by 20. 21 times, 25 times. So 9 5s are 45. So this is your 45%. In the same way, when you go to this 4 by 5, right, of this fraction 4 by 5 is, so I'll do it here. 4 by 5 into multiply by 100, that's all. Then it becomes 4 into 100 by 5. 5 1s are 5 2s are 10 and this is 0. Then 4 into 20 is equal to 80. So this is your 80%. You copy the question and then you follow these steps. Don't copy these things. Okay. Now let's come back to the next one, that is your question C, 14 upon 25. You have to find out the percent. Means when there is no 100 at the denominator, then you multiply it with 100. Then 14 into 100 by 25. We know it. 25 1 times, 25 4 times 100. Now 14 into 4 is equal to 56. So this is your 56%, right? Now let's go to the next one. Here also given, right? See, express 2 out of 5 as a percent. 2 out of 5. Again I told you, right? follow in this method. I'll do it here. 2 by 5 into 100. So 2 into 100 by 5. 5 ones are 5 20s are. So 2 into 20 is equals to 40. So this is your 40%. In the same way now, this one 13 by 20. So we'll do it. See, 13 by 20 into 100, that is 13 into 100 by 20. So 21 times 25 times 13 into 5. 13 5s are 65. So the percent here is 65%. Whatever it is, right? Express each fraction as a percent. Let's see here. Here given 8 by 200. So I'll do it here. You have to find out what percent it is. See here, you can find percent only when it is out of 100, right? But here it is out of 200. So simple, you have to multiply it with 100 as I told you. Then it becomes 8 into 100 by 200. So 101 times 102 times, right? 2 ones are 2 4 times. So 4 into 1 is 4. So this is your 4%. That's all. Now here he has given 60 upon 300, right? So 60 upon 300 into 100 you do it. Then it becomes 60 into 100 by 300. 101 times 100, 3s are 300, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 0. This is going to be your 20%. In the same way, when you go to this one, right, I'll do it here. 128 by 400 into 100 you do it. Then it becomes 128 into 100 by 400. 101 times 104 times, right? See here, I'll do it in another step so that you can understand. 128 by 4. 4 1s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 4 2s are 8 is equal to 32. So it is 32%. Here one given. Let's do the same thing. Let's see. 7 out of 25 children are boys. What percentage of children are boys? 7 out of 25. So percent you get it only out of 100, but here he has given 25. It means you have to multiply it with 100, right? Then it becomes 7 into 100 by 25. 25 one time, 25 4 times. It becomes 7 into 4. 7 4 times 28, right? So here 28%. Now 28% are boys. What do you mean by 28%? 28 out of 100. Then how many percent of girls are there? It means 100 minus 28 is equal to 72, right? So this is your 28% and this is your 72%. So dash percent of children are boys, that is 28% of children are boys. Now let's come back to practice 2. Express each fraction as a percent. Again he has given fraction given, you have to find out the percent. So first one is 3 by 10. I'll do it here. 3 by 10, this fraction you have to show it as percent. 3 by 10 means what is the percent? Means you have to multiply this with 100, then it becomes 3 into 100 by 10. 10 ones are 10 tens are 3 into 10, right? 3 into 10 is equal to 30%. So this is equals to 30%. Again I am telling you, students, copy these steps, don't write direct answers. Next is 3 by 5. So 3 by 5, if you want to find out the percent, then you have to multiply direct with 100. That is equals to 3 into 100 by 5. Now see, 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, and this 0 here. Then it becomes 3 into 20 is equal to 60. So this becomes 60%. 1 by 4, you have to express it as percent. So you have to multiply it with 100. Then 1 into 100 by 4. 4 1 times, 4 25 times. 1 into 25 is equal to 25. So answer for this is 25%. Then go to the next one, that is 11 by 20. So 11 by 20 into 100. So 11 into 100 by 20. 21 times, 25 times. So 11 into 5 is equal to 55. So this is 55%. It's very simple. Now let's go to E. Question E. 9 by 25 into 100. That is 9 into 100 by 25. 25 ones, 25 fours. That is 9 into 4 is equal to 36. So this is 36%. Now let's go to 45 by 300. So here given 45 by 300 into 100. So 45 into 100 by 300. 100 one time, 100 3 times. It comes how much? 45 by 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 ones are 3. Remains 1. That is becomes 15. 3 5s are 15 is equal to 15. So this is equals to 15%. Now let's go to the next one, 50 by 250. 50 out of 250. To find the percent, you have to multiply by 100. So it becomes 50 into 100 by 250. So now 25 tens are 250, 25 fours are, right? 10 ones are 10 fives are 50 is equal to 5 into 4, 20. So answer for this is 20%. Again I am reminding you, you have to copy these steps, don't write direct answers. Now let's go to the next one. Next one is 36 by 180. So 36 by 180. To express in percent, you have to multiply by 100. It becomes 36 into 100 by 180. This 0 gets cancelled, and here 18 is there, right? So 18 ones are 18, 18 twos are 36. 2 into this 10, right? It becomes 20. You can do it in many ways. Now express each of the following as percent. Again given 4 out of 5. I'll do it here. 4 out of 5. You have to express in percent, so you multiply with 100. It becomes 4 into 100 by 5. So 5 ones are 5 20s are. So 4 into 20 is equal to 80. So this is 80%. Now the next one is 15 out of 20. So 15 out of 20, that is, you have to multiply this with 100 because you have to express in percent. So it becomes 15 into 100 by 20. 21s are 20, 25s are 100. Now 15 into 5 equals to 15. 5 times 75. So this is the answer for this, 75%. Now let's go to the next one, 18 out of 25. So 18 out of 25, to express in percent you have to multiply by 100. So 18 into 100 by 25. So 25 one times, 25 4s are 100. So 18 into 4. So 72. So this is equals to 72%. Now let's go to the word problem. Question number 3. If 70% of tank is filled with water, what percentage of tank is not filled? Right? So given 70% of a tank is filled, that is 70 out of 100 is filled. Remaining is unfilled. Remaining is 100 minus 70 is equal to 30. Therefore, we can say 30% tank is not filled. I'll do it here, the fourth one. 4 by 5 of the books in the library are fiction books. What percentage of books are fiction books? It's easy, man, right? Just you write down the working. How you will write down the working? I'll show you how to write the working. Given, what is that? 4 by 5. Given 4 by 5 of books are fiction books. So what do you mean by percent of 4 by 5? 4 by 5 into 100, as I told you, then it becomes 4 into 100 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 20s are, so 4 into 20 is equal to 80%. So we can say at the last, 80% of the books are fiction books. This is your answer. Now let's go to the next one, that is problem number 5. There are 50 vehicles in a car park. 14 of them are motorcycles. Right? I'll give you here. Given, what is given? There are 50 vehicles in a car park. There are 50 vehicles in a car park. Now 14 of them are motorcycles. 14 of them are motorcycles. Therefore, we can say 14 out of 50 vehicles are motorcycle. Therefore, the percent of motorcycles are, we have to find out the percent, right? So 14 by 50 into 100. So it means 14 into 100 by 50. 51s are 52s are 14 into 2 is equal to 14 2s are 28. So we can write down 28% of vehicles are motorcycles. This is one part of the answer. Now we'll read the second question. What percent of vehicles are not motorcycles? So percent means out of 100, right? So 100 minus 28 are not motorcycles, right? That is 72. 72% vehicles are not motorcycles. This is your answer for B. Now the next question. 1500 people took part in a walkathon. 450 of them were children. The rest were adults. What percentage of participants were adults? Given. There are 1500 people in a walkathon. 450 of them were children. So the percent of children are 450 out of 1500 into 100. That is 450 into 100 by 1500. This 0, this 0, this 0, this 0 gets cancelled. Now you got the next step as 450 by 15, right? 15 1 15 3 is a 45, then this 0 as it is, that is 30%. So 30% of people are children, and 100 minus 30 is equal to how much? 70. Therefore we can say 70% of people were adults. This is the answer. Let's go now to the next question. Perry bought 5 meters of wire. He used 2 meters to make some photo frames and rest to make some jewelry. What percentage of wire did he use to make jewelry? So I'll read it question again. Perry bought 5 meters of wire. He used 2 meters, right? So let's given Perry bought 5 5 meters of wire and 2 meters he used for photo frames and 3 meters for making jewelry. It means 2 out of 5 meters used for photo frames and 3 out of 5 meters used for jewelry. Therefore, 3 by 5 into 100 is equal to 3 into 100 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 20 is 100 is equal to 3 into 20 is equal to 60%. Question here asked, what percent of wire did he use to make jewelry? 60% of wire he used for making jewelry. You have one more question here. Let's do on page number 172. 600 people visited the museum last Sunday. 40% of the visitors were men, 35 were women, and the rest were children. How many children visited the museum? So he is given here 40% visitor are men, 35% are women, and total 600 people visited, out of which 40% are men, 35% were women, 40% of men out of how much? 600, and 35% of women out of 600 were women, and remaining are children. Okay, then here we can see 40 plus 35, how much? 75%, right, total. That is, I'll explain you once again. 40% plus, these are men and women. Both if you add, it becomes 75%. 75% means 75 out of 100, right? So remaining 25% are children. Yes or no? Yes. We can do it in this way. So here we will see what is the 25% of 600 people, right? So I'll do it here. Given 600 people visited the museum, 40% were men, 35% were women. Therefore, 40% plus 35% is equals to 75%. So 100 minus 75 is equal to 25%. So therefore 25% of 600 were children, right? So we'll find out how many number of children are there. So we'll find out 25% of 600 people comes how many number of children. Okay, I'm going to rub this. 25% of 600 means 25% means 25 out of 100 into 600, right? So it becomes 25 into 600 by 100. 100 ones are 100, 6 are 600. So 25 into 6 is equal to 150. Therefore we can say, right, 150 children visited the museum. Oh, we forgot to do this. Let's do. 120 students took a fitness test. 90% of them passed the test, right? That is 90% of 120. 90% means 90 by 100 into 120. So next step you have to write down 90 into 120 by 100. That is, see, this 0 gets cancelled, this 0 gets cancelled. So 9 into 12, 9 into 12. 12 nines are 108. So 108 students passed fitness test. So now we'll see here example. 5% of 300 is how much? So here we know 5% means 5 out of 100 of multiplication by given value 300. So the next step is going to be 5 into 300 by 100. 2 zeros cancel. Then remains 5 into 3. 5 3s are 15. So write down here only 15. Now we'll go to 8%. I'll do it here. 8%. 8% means 8 by 100 of 200, right? So the next step is going to be 8 into 200 by 100. These two zeros cancel. 8 into 2 is equal to 16. So this is your 16. Now here 25% of 40 meters. Let's see. 25% means 25 by 100 of 40. Then what is going to be your next step? 25 into 40 by 100. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are, right? 4 ones are 4 tens. So the answer is 10. 10 meters. Now we'll go for it. A bicycle cost 9,500. There is a 3% sale tax on the bicycle. What is the cost of bicycle with the tax? Now you have to add 3% of tax of rupees 9,500. So here 3% of 9,500. So what do you mean by 3%? That is 3 by 100 into 9,500. That is 3 into 9,500 by 100. This 0 cancels, this 0 gets cancelled. Now you got 3 into 95, right? So 3 into 95 is 3 5s are 15, 1. 3 9s are 27, 28, 285. 285 rupees is the tax of 3% for the cost of 9,500. Therefore, the total cost including 3% tax is 9,500 rupees, 9,500 plus tax. How much? Rupees 285 is equal to how much it is going to be? 9,500 plus 285, right? 5879. So it is 9,785 rupees. This is the answer. It's very easy. Now let's go to the next one. The usual price of pair of earrings were 94 rupees. It was sold at a discount of 20%. Find the selling price of the pair of earrings. So the usual price of pair earring was 94 rupees, but it was sold at a discount of 20. Okay, so what is the 20% discount of 94? That we have to find out. Okay, so 20% of 94, that is 20 out of 100 of 94. Then what is going to be your next step? 20 into 94 by 100. 21s are 20, 25s are, right? That is 94 by 5. Okay. Now you have to divide and get the answer, because here you have last ones place 4, here you have ones place 5, so cancellation is not possible. Let's see, right? 5 and this is your 94. 5 ones are 5, 4, this is 4 you copy, then 5 8s are 40, 4.0, then 5 8s are 40, that is 18.8. So we get rupees 18.8. It means what? 20% of rupees 94 is 18 rupees 80 paisa. Then it has to be subtract, because 20% discount given, right? The selling price is 94 rupees, 94 minus discount, that is 18 rupees 80. Okay, we'll do it here. 94 rupees, out of which 1880 is the discount amount. So we'll carry from here, it becomes 10, sorry 0 0, it becomes 10, right? 10 minus 8, 2. Here you get it as 3. You take 1, becomes 13, 8, 5, and this 8 minus 1 is 7. So 75 rupees 20 paisa. Therefore, the selling price after 20% discount is rupees 75.20. This is the answer. Now come back to this question. In a school, there are 500 boys and there were 500 boys and 450 girls in class 5 last year, right? So we'll just read a question line by line and try to understand and write it down in a working procedure. Given, I'll write down the first one, first line. Given there were 500 boys and how many girls? 450, right? 450 girls last year. Okay, that is, I'll write down here boys and this is girls. Boys, how many were there? 500. Girls, 450, right? Last year. This is last year's strength. Now we'll go to the next line. The number of boys decreased by 10%. So how many boys are there? 500 boys are there. So decreased by 10% means 10% of 500. Let's see, percent means out of 100, right? So 10 out of 100 of 500. 10 into 500 by 100. Now these two zeros and these two zeros cancels. 10 into 5 is equal to 50. So how many boys decreased? 50 decreased. Total boys were how much? 500 last year, minus 10% is your 50. So now the number of boys are how much? 450. 450 boys are there at present. And the number of girls increased by 8% this year. Now, number of girls were there last year is 450. This year 8% has increased, right? So 8% of 450, 8 by 100 into 450, that is 8 into 450 by 100. This zero gets cancelled, right? 5 2s are 10, 5 9s are 45, 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. 4 into 9, right? 4 into 9 is equal to 36. Now this 36 girls are increased compared to the last year. So what is the present this one? Strength last year was 450 girls plus increased. No, so we have to add 36 is equal to 486 girls. Now the question is, find the number of boys this year. We have already done it. This is 450. Therefore, the number of boys this year is 450. And the second one, find the number of girls this year. We have already done, that is 486. Therefore, the number of girls this year is 486. This is your answer. Very simple. Now let's go to practice 3. Find the value of each of the following. 8% of 75. See, I'm doing here, it doesn't mean that you do as you like. You have to, don't write the direct answers. You have to do the following steps, what all I'm doing it here on the screen, right? 8% of 75. What do you mean by 8%? 8% means 8 by 100 of 75. Then what is going to be your next step? That is 8 into 75. by 100. Now here 25 3s are 75, 25 4s are 100, right? 4 1s are 4 2s are 8. So 2 into 3 is equal to 2 3s are 6. So the value of 8% of 75 is, you have to write down like this, right? The answer like this at the end. The value of percent of 75 is 6. In this way you have to write down. Now go to the next one, that is 27% of rupees 450. So I'll do it here. 27% of rupees 450. 27% means 27 by 100 into 450 rupees. Next step is going to be 27 into 450 by 100. This 0 gets cancelled, right? 5 2s are 10, 5 9s are 45. Now see here, you cannot cancel 2 and 9 again, you cannot cancel 2 and 27, right? So therefore 27 into 9 by 2. So what is 27 into 9? Let's do here 27 into 9. 9 7 times 63, right? 9 2s are 18. 18 24. 243, right? So 243 divided by 2. Now you are going to divide. I'll do it here. You have to do everything in the rough column as, right? Don't do here and there as I'm doing it here, because there is no place for me. That's why I'm doing it. 243. 2 1s are 2, right? Then copy 4. 2 2s are 4. Then copy 3. 2 1s are 2. Remainder 1. Keep the decimal and go for 0. 2 5s are 10. Becomes 0. It means this is your answer. So you have to write down the last, right? 27% of rupees 450 is rupees 121.50 paisa. This is your answer. Now we'll go to the next one, that is 33% of 100. So I'll write down here 33% of 100. 33% means 33 out of 100 of 100. That is 33 into 100 by 100. 100 ones cancel. So 33 into 1 is 33. So you should write down 33% of 100 is 33. This is your answer. Now let's go to the next one. 40% of 308. 40% of 308. Percent means out of 100, right? So 40 out of 100 of how much? 308. So 40 into 308 by 100. So this 0 gets cancelled, right? 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. Now it is not possible to cancel, because here 1's place is 8, here 5, right? So we need to multiply 2 into 308 by 5. Now let's multiply these two. I'll do it here. 308 into 2, right? 2 8s are 16, 1, then 2 3 is a 6. It is 616. So it is 616 divided by 5. We'll now divide it. I'll do it here. With 5 you are going to divide 2616, right? 5 ones are 5. Copy this 1. Then 5 twos are 10. Remainder 1 again. Copy this 6 here. Then 5 threes are 15. Remainder 1. Then decimal, go for 0. 5 twos are 10. It means the value of 40% of 308 is 123.2. This is your answer. Now let's go to the next one. 75% of 148 kgs. So here 75% of 148 kgs means 75 out of 100 of 148 kgs, right? So 75 into 148 by 100. 25 threes are 75, 25 fours are 100. Then 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, then 28, right? 4 sevens are 28. Now 3 into 37, 3 into 37, I'll do it here. 37 into 3, 7 threes are 21, 3 threes are 9, 10, 11. That comes how much? 111 kgs, because here kg is given. So 75% of 148 kg is equal to 111 kg. This is your answer. Now let's go to the next one. 62% of, right, 520 meters. Let's see here. 62% of 520 meters. 62% means 62 out of 100 into 520. So 62 into 520 by 100, right? So this is 0 and this 0 gets cancelled, right? Then here 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 2 6s are 12. Now you got here 62 and here 26 and here you have 5. So 5 cannot be, right, cancelled with 62, nor it is cancelled with 26. So better we'll multiply this. 62, 6 2s are 12, 1, 6 6 are 36, 1, 37. 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12, 7 8 9 10 11, 1 6 1. That is 1612 divided by 5. Now we'll divide 1612 by 5. Let's do it here. With 5 you are going to divide 1612. 5 3s are 15. Then copy this one here. 5 2s are 10. Copy 1 and then copy this 2 here, right? Then 5 2s are 10. 2 remainder, then add 0 to it, keeping point there. Then 5 4s times 20, right? Then it becomes 322.4 meters. So 62% of 520 meters is 322.4 meters. Now let's go to practice problem. Solve the word problems. Show your work clearly. There are 1200 people living in a block of flats. 45% of them are children. How many children are there? This is very simple question. 45% of them are children. There are 1200 people living in a block of flats, right? Block of flats. Again given 40%, 45%. See the question here, 45%, right? So 45% of them are children. Therefore we can say 45% means 45 by 100 of 1200 people, right? So here we'll get it as 45 into 1200 by 100. These two zeros cancels, and what you get as 45 into 12 by 1, that is nothing but 45 into 12. We'll do it here. 45 into 12, right? 12 5 times 60, 12 fours are 48, and 6 54. So it gives you 540. Therefore 540 children lives among 1200 people in a block of flats. This is what we have studied. This is the answer, 540. Now let's go to the next question. Next question is, the area of a garden is 60 square meters. 7% of it is taken up by a pond. What is the area of the pond, he is asking. It's very simple, right? The area of a garden is 60 square meters. Given the area of a garden is how much given there? 60 square meters, right? 60 square meters. 7% of it is taken up by a pond. 7% of it is taken by a pond. So now see, 7% of 60 square meters, right? So 7% of that is 7% of 60 square meters. Percent means out of 100. So 7 by 100 into 60 is equal to 7 into 60 by 100. This 0 gets cancelled. 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. right? That equals to 7 into 3 by 5. That is again equal to 7 3 times 21 by 5. Now you are going to divide it. So let's divide 4 times 20, right? Point, go for 0, 5 2's 10. So 4.2 is equal to 4.2 square meters. Therefore, we can say, right, 4.2 square meters is taken by a pond. This is the answer. He is asking you how much area. See, what is the area of a pond? So this is the area of a pond, 4.2 square meters. Now let's go to the next one. Fourth one. There are 50 words in a spelling test. Shobha spelt 90% of them correctly. So there are 50 words in a spelling test. Okay. So we will see. We'll go, as I told you, we'll go line by line. Given there are 50 words, Shobha spelt 90% them are correct. Shobha spelt 90% of them correctly. How many words did she spell correctly? Let's see. It means 90% of how many words? 50 words, right? That is 90% of 50 words. 90% means 90 out of 100 into 50 words, total words, right? So this gives you 90 into 50 by 100. This 0, this 0, this 0, this 0 gets cancelled. 9 into 5 is equal to 45. Therefore we can say Shobha spelled 45 words out of 50 correctly. This is the answer. Sana earns rupees 1350, 1350 weekly. Sana is a girl or a woman who earns 1350 rupees weekly. So we'll write down that. Given Sana earns rupees 1350 weekly. She saves 30% of the money. Saves 30% of money. 30% of 1350. So 30%. Percent means out of 100. So 30 by 100 into 1350. That is 30 into 1350 by 100. This 0 cancel, this 0 and this 0 cancel. That is 3 into 135. So we'll see now how much she saves. 135 into 3. 3 5 times 15, 3 3s are 9 plus 1 10, 1 3 1s are 3, 4. So that gives you 405 rupees. Therefore we can say, right, Sana saves rupees 405 money weekly. This is what given. This is the answer, 405. There are 20 staff members in a library. 55% of them are females. Question here is different. See here. How many male staff members are there? Right? So 55% are your females out of 20. But is asking how many male staff members, not percent. Okay, so we have to find out. So we'll write down, there are 20 staff members. Given, you write down first. Given there are 20 staff members, right? 20 members in a library. 55% of them are females. Then how many males are there? First we'll find out the percent, then we'll find the total members of male. So 55% means what? 55 out of 100, right? 55% means 55 out of 100. So then how many males are there? Therefore male percent is 100 minus 55 gives you how much? 45. So therefore we can say, right, there are 45% males in a library. But he is asking you not percent, he is asking you how many members. So what is this 45% of what? Total members are 20 here, right? So 45% of 20 are males. Therefore 45% means 45 out of 100 into total members are how many? 20, right? So this gives you 45 into 20 by 100. So here 20 ones are 20, 25 is 100, 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45. Therefore we can say 9 members. Therefore 9 members are males. This is your answer. A swimming club had 720 members last year. This year the membership increased by 5%. Find the number of members this year. Let's write down this. A swimming club had 720 members. Given there were 720 members in a club last year. I'll read the question again. See, in club 720 members last year. This year the members increased by 5%. This year the members increased by 5%. It means whatever percent increased, that members and previous members 720 are going to be this year total members, right? So we'll first find out how many members this 5% means. That is 5% of 720, 5 by 100 into 720. So 5 into 720 by 100. This 0 gets cancelled, right? 2 5s are 10. 2 5 times. 2 3s are 6. 2 6 are 12. And this 5 1s are cancelled. Then it becomes 36, right? So 36 members are increased. So 36 members are increased. Therefore, the total members this year is your last year members 720 plus increased 5%, that is 36 members, gives you how many? 756 members. This is your answer. Mary bought a comic which cost rupees 50. In addition, she had to pay 10% sale tax. How much did she pay for the comic? So Mary is a woman or a girl, bought a comic which cost rupees 50. Let's write down that. Given Mary bought a comic for rupees 50, but she had to pay 10% sale tax. She had to pay 10% sales tax. Therefore, the total money she had to pay is how much? Cost of the book plus sales tax. Then what is the sales tax? Sales tax is 10% of cost of the book. How much? 50, right? So 10% means 10 by 100 into 50. It means 10 into 50 by 100, right? 50 ones are 50, 52s are 100, 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. So here rupees 5. So she has to pay along with the book cost 5 rupees extra. Therefore, she had to pay cost of the book how much? Rupees 50 plus sale tax how much? Rupees 5 is equal to rupees 55. This is your answer. The usual price of vase was 190. At a sale, it was sold at a discount of 30%. So here there is a vase, right? That is a flower vase, you can say. Its price is rupees 190. Okay. At a sale, it was sold at a discount of 30%, but the selling price is 30% with a discount. Okay, so we'll see now, right? The usual price of a vase was rupees 190. So given the usual price of a vase is rupees 190, the sale price after, say after, you can write down sale price after 30% discount is how much? This is your question, right? So you have to take out first the amount of 30% and minus from the original cost. Okay, so 30% of 190, 30% means 30 out of 100 into 190, that is 30 into 190 by 100. This 0, this 0, this 0, this 0 gets cancelled, right? So 3 into 19. Okay, so 3 into 19, that is how much? 57. 3 9s are 27, 2 3 1s are 57 rupees. So 30% of rupees 190 is how much? 57 rupees, right? So this 57 rupees you have to minus, because it is discount amount for 190 rupees. Therefore the sale price is rupees 190 minus rupees 57. So 190 minus 57, 331, right, is equal to rupees 133. This is your answer. Vipul shot 15 arrows. 40% of the arrows hit the target. How many arrows did not hit the target? Okay, Vipul shot 15 arrows. 40% of the arrows hit the target. That's it. Given Vipul hit how many arrows? 15 arrows. 15 arrows, right? 40% of arrows hit the target. Okay, %40 hit the target means what? Remaining percent not hit the target. So 100 minus 40 is how much? 60%. 60% of arrows did not hit the target. Now we'll see how many number of arrows. 60% of arrows means 60% of 15 arrows. Okay, that is 60 by 100 of 15 arrows, that is 60 into 15 by 100, right? This 0 gets cancelled. 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, that is 3 into 3, 3 3s are 9. Mean to say 9 arrows did not hit the target. Okay, therefore 9 arrows out of 15 did not hit the target. Let's go now to the next question. A library has a reading club. 30% of members of the club are boys. 40% are girls and the rest are adults. If there are 280 members, how many of them are adults? This is also a very simple question. Okay, so there are total how many members are there? 280 in a club, reading club. 30% are boys and 40% are girls, remaining are adults, right? So we'll do it. There are 280 members given. There are 280 members in a club. Okay, see, 30% are boys, 40% are girls. 30% are boys, 40% are girls, and remaining are adults. So how many of them are adults? That we have to find out. Now total girls and boys you have to add, right? So total percent of boys and girls are how much? 30% plus 40% is equal to 70%, and remaining are adults, right? So that is 100 minus 70%, that is equals to 30% are adults. Then how many adult members are there? Means 30% of 280 members are adults, right? Therefore we can say 30% of 280 members are adults. So 30% means what? 30 out of 100 of 280. This zero gets cancelled, right? 10 ones are 10 threes are 30. Okay, that is 3 into 28. We'll do it here. 28 into 3. 8 threes are 24 to 3 twos are 6, 7, 8. 84. Therefore 84 members are adults. This is the answer. There are 200 parking spaces in the car park. 10% are for trucks, 75% are for cars, and the rest are for motorcycles. How many parking spaces are for motorcycles? Okay, we'll see. We'll read again line by line and we'll write down the working so that you can understand what to do. There are 200 parking spaces in a car park, right? Given there are 200 in a car park. Now 10% are for trucks, 10% are for trucks, 75% are for cars, 75% are for cars, and the rest for motorcycles. That is remaining, right? And remaining for motorcycles. Now see, other than motorcycles, what are the percentage? 10%. So therefore, right, total percent of other vehicles is 10% for trucks plus 75% for cars is equal to how much? 85%. Now rest remaining for motorcycles, right? So how much you remain? 100 minus 85 is equal to 15%. So 15% are for motorcycles. So 15% means 15 out of 100 of total how much? 200 car parkings given, right? 200. Therefore 100. Now we'll go to the another step here. So 15 into 200 by 100. 100 ones are 100 twos are 200. That is 15 into 2 is equal to 30. Therefore there are 30 car parking space for motorcycles. Thank you.